Three, two, one. Actually, I should actually start the stream up.
Welcome to REACTAMANIA, brother.
Welcome to Summer Games Fest REACTAMANIA, brother. Are you ready for a fun-filled night tonight? I sure hope you are, because we have Jeff Keighley.
We have Jeff
Dressed in
mother flipping Keighley.
And Jeff Keighley dressed in a way I wish sometimes you see see a guy in a suit and you're like, man, I wish I looked as sharp as he did, It's like, man, how much money did he get that, tailor made and,
I mean, he comes from IMAX money, so we know he's loaded.
Oh, really? I don't see. I've never looked into like his origins. I know he's been around for like longer than I think probably people expect.
I only know about this because I think like late last year his dad passed away, so he actually started posting about his dad for like the first time. So he was like, "Oh yeah, my dad, created this IMAX theater and this IMAX camera, and he worked with Christopher Nolan and all this stuff." And I'm like, "Dang, this explains so much. This is why the man loves like all these games that are like movies. This is why he wants an award show for video games every year."
Yeah, wow. That's like that'd be like, oh yeah, I my dad worked with George Lucas. I'd be like, he did what?
Yeah. So yeah,
It's like small world.
comes from IMAX money.
I mean, not small world, not like we know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who'd have guessed, right? Because like in the past, he used to just be like, "Oh yeah, I got my start at GameSpot. I was a rookie game journalist and went to E3 back in '95 or whatever." So like for the longest time, I thought that's all it was. I thought he was just like another game journal who got, who had humble beginnings in the industry and then somehow worked his way up to making freaking award shows. But when you find out where he comes from, everything clicks into place.
Yeah, I mean, it does make you wonder because I mean, Hollywood. I mean, a lot of the same people, like executives and stuff. They probably all there's got to be some crossover. I'm sure it's not all, entirely. I'm sure there's obviously some guys who are like original, like, oh, I'm OG, video game investment guy or whatever.
Yeah.
But they don't. Unfortunately, they don't build things by themselves because this kind of stuff takes a lot of money. I mean, especially nowadays, especially. I mean, I don't know so much about. I don't know that much if like stuff like for the Odyssey or the Atari 2600 like nowadays, like back then, like cost the same like as like what a PS5 and what goes into making a PS5 nowadays.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure the R&D was like way less, because like teams in general were like way smaller. So like, and then not everything was like. Well, I was gonna say like not everything was QC the same, but then again, stuff nowadays has terrible QC. So
yeah. Well, I was just saying like by comparison because like you see like those things like, oh, what would a Neo Geo AES cost in the year of our Lord 2026 compared to when it came out in like 1992?
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, so we have the Summer Games Fest here. Lots of announcements.
So apparently, this whole thing was like 3 hours long. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. We're gonna skip around mostly and just mainly react to the trailers. We've already seen some of it off stream, but there was a lot more like because normally these things are just kind of like whatever. But like this year, there were actually some like big like holy shit, Jeff, you managed to get that kind of announcements, and even then like I'm not blown away. Like a younger me would have been blown away, but nowadays I'm just kind of jaded on everything to do with the games industry.
Yeah.
So
and I mean it's also like it's another aspect is honestly we're not getting any younger. I mean, not to go into anything about us, but it's one of those things where
like spoiler alert, it ends with Final Fantasy VII, and it's like that's great for people who want that thing, but like Rebirth was like what 80 hours long, so when you're getting up there in age and you see like, oh, new 120-hour RPG part 3, it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, I mean, I don't know if you want to jump right ahead to, I mean, I have my thoughts about the Final Fantasy VII, like whole remake project as a whole sort of thing. I mean, I know it's not out yet. We haven't gotten the actual ending. I mean, I've heard things about how Rebirth ended that involves a certain. Is it a spoiler to say who dies in Final Fantasy VII, like permanently at this point?
I don't think so. And if someone's tuning into our stream, I don't think they're
I've heard
that green behind the ears.
I heard some people said that like that death scene with Aerith, not Eris. I think that debate has long been. I mean, I say it's not dead because I mean you still have people calling Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy III, but whatever. I mean it's from what I heard, her death scene was kind of bungled. Is the vibe I kind of got,
Yeah, and I heard they censor the shit out of a lot of things.
Oh yeah, I know. Like 7 remake was like, oh, it's not blood anymore, and it's like seriously, like like I don't know. Maybe it's the more realistic graphics pushes it up to an M rating. I mean, that's maybe the problem nowadays because it's just pre-rendered.
Like I understand that, and maybe it is just like old Japanese like mindset, but like if Final Fantasy VII is rated M, it's not going to affect the sales that much. Like, like we come from like the time of like 10-year-olds lining up at GameStop for Call of Duty midnight release. Like,
well,
it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, well, I think it was like 05 or 06, or it's like at some point they had these laws like, oh, if you're buying your kid a 17-year-old game, you have to have parental permission. And I actually read something. This is not. I mean, this is kind of going into politics a little bit. I read something like, apparently, a parent can be, you as a parent. Granted, I think it's like a parent or like a 40 figure, like an adult. You can get in like trouble for like showing either your kid or a kid,
By the way, I'm just gonna have this playing in the background so the screen isn't static while we're talking.
I heard something like if you even show them like something that could be considered like, I don't want to use the term obscene, but like like anything that could be like legally questionable, like affect their development. Apparently, you can like get in like big trouble. That was just something I read.
That was like back then or nowadays?
Just like nowadays.
Okay.
And I mean, I get if you're talking about.
I mean that makes sense to me, like on paper, but like these days, like you look at the kind of stuff like the laws they pass in California concerning things you can do with minors, and it's like, I don't think they care that much.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, when it comes to stuff we're just talking about like Mortal Kombat. And look, Mortal Kombat, I mean, maybe nowadays, I understand graphics are a lot more realistic. The classic Mortal Kombat, it's freaking silly, I mean, even the guys admitted, like, they just did it as, like, the fatalities. It was like, they just were like, oh, this would be, like, a fun, cool thing. They never expected it to blow up the way it did,
Yeah.
And that's up from 7,800 last year.
Especially with like resolution like that, it can only really look cartoony, like no matter how many frames and photographs you take of like real actors.
Well, yeah, and it's not like they could put all the frames of footage that they recorded on that camera because back then your game couldn't be 140 gigs MK12. What in the world? Yeah, seriously, but yeah. So, anyways,
getting into the show proper.
Team unit sales, interesting. I mean,
I saw a screenshot of this earlier in the day, like while this was happening, and I'm like, why is Jeff talking about this? Like, this is like I know E3 isn't a thing anymore, and the
Yeah.
Summer Games Fest is like a everybody everywhere kind of thing. But even then, it's like, yeah, that's cool, but like, why? You know, this is something like if you're gonna be like, oh, Steam has made $8 billion, like, oh no, that's something you should have like Gabe up on stage for. Or, like, why
Yeah.
is Jeff like
I
gloating
mean,
about that?
look, let's be real. Gabe Newell, he has like a big boat now.
Yeah, he has like
I
20
think,
yachts. He doesn't
and
give a shit about anything else.
he's semi-retired. Hey, you know what? Let the guy relax.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's not at the beck and call of anyone. I mean, literally, I remember when people would ask, there's like video clips of like people asking about Half-Life 3. I mean, I know it was like the one like Half-Life 3 throughout the years, and then he's like I have nothing to say, and then like I remember like someone like from I think it was like New York Times or Washington Post or one of these outlets is like well the New York Times will hear about it whenever it gets announced. Obviously
Yeah.
this is like back in like 2009 2010.
Yeah. By the way, I haven't watched the trailer yet, but I think we're in Veronica territory right now.
Is this?
I'm getting Resident Evil Engine vibes from this.
Oui. Qui est-ce?
Yeah, this is Veronica. I remember seeing a screenshot of the old lady.
Earlier. The sister of the man on the third floor. Ah, welcome to Paris. It's so nice to meet you.
I guess I'm confused because I don't know who this is supposed to be.
Come in.
I remember this
Well,
character from the original.
That's remakes for you these days.
Well,
Fuck
I
the
mean,
source
I'm
material.
not even saying that as like a negative per se. I don't know what. I guess I'm just wondering what the context is.
Here we go.
Yeah.
In we go.
Oh,
Okay. Glitch over there. I heard
Yeah, I
people. I
guess.
remember seeing people on Twitter complaining about the glitching during the live stream. I guess
I think I
stayed in
remember
the.
seeing-
Oh la la.
I guess that stayed in the VOD.
Yeah.
He's made such a mess again. Think, I just cleaned it up a week ago.
And now the audio is
It's
somewhat
like
out
a
of sync.
boulder rolled through here. Huh?
Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
Ah, the delightful biscuit.
It's like, damn, Jeff, we're like, what, 5 minutes in and your stream already goofed?
Oh,
Yeah.
wrong. I'll bring some nice coffee to go with the biscuit.
Summer Games Fest 2026 experience, everyone. Been doing live streams on the internet for how long?
Yeah, you're getting the authentic deal here.
Yeah. Hopefully you're not getting like motion sick, by the way.
So far it's going slow enough that I can tolerate it.
Okay. And Resident Evil's not Doom.
Yeah. But still, you think some of that IMAX money could go towards getting like a decent like video engineer or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Might be a venue thing as well. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That California internet do be wild sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's supposed to be like where all the tech bros are. But
Yeah. Out in the world. Wait, is that supposed to be Claire? I know I've seen the image.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, this is a thing. Like the Queen Ant. That's. I know you haven't really played most of these games in general, but.
Yeah, I never touched Veronica.
Don't move. Claire Redfield.
Basically, there's like there's a brother and sister thing, and the brother is at one point he actually cross-dresses as his sister. Oh, here we go.
Okay, I did see a screenshot of like about a cross-dressing guy from the original, and they're like, "Well, I guess we can kiss this scene goodbye."
In the world, okay. Yeah, that's a
Coming to
very
the Switch too.
yeah, that's a very interesting. I mean, you see, in the original game, it opens up with her storming an umbrella facility.
Yeah.
and she eventually like ends up like in a trap amongst like other guys. The like just random like umbrella soldier jobber guys with AKs or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she like does like a trick and just, like shoots it and blows up like this tank behind them. And then she gets captured by the prison guy. So
Okay.
yeah, that's a little bit of a different opening than what they originally did. At first, I thought it was maybe you're playing as Chris. So I know in the
Yeah.
RE2 remake, they did a thing with what was that? Oh, oh yeah, they did like a weird thing with his diary entry where I think supposedly there's like a code, like you're supposed to like read between the lines or something weird. He said something like
Code
reading some.
Veronica?
Well, no. It's like it's something like he he's like he said something like, man, I found this really hot babe here or something, and I think at the end he's had like a note for like Claire like apologizing for leaving her or
Okay.
something. But it's been a while since I played RE2 make.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Cold Queen Bee, it has something to do with T. Veronica trying to control people with who are infected with the virus. Yeah, this might be like the first game that you actually, the first RE Engine game where you play as Chris, and for more than just like a quick, like a small like DLC edition, which is probably gonna be.
Oh,
the
it
case
wasn't
for
that
RE9.
long in 8.
Yeah, well, you play as him in 8 for a little bit. When like Ethan, spoiler warning,
Yeah.
dies, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Now in development at Studio MDHR.
What's
Mighty
this?
Adventure. Yeah, I remember seeing screenshots for this. So yeah, they have this 8-bit one, and then I think they also announced a proper Cuphead sequel.
Okay, pretty cool. You know.
Yeah, I like Cuphead. It's a little on the difficult side for me, but I still enjoyed what I played of it. So
Well,
I'll at least
impression
check out the 8-bit one, see how that goes.
I mean, my impression of Cuphead is basically it's just Contra, but you get like, I mean, I was gonna say you can double jump, but that's something you can do in hardcore uprising.
Yeah, and it's mainly like it's really structured around the boss fights. The
Yeah, there's
levels
not
are
much
kind
to
of
the
an
levels.
afterthought.
I remember. You
Yeah,
know,
the
like,
levels are kind of an afterthought. So,
I mean,
but I assume that will be different for this one because the only reason they added levels in the first one is because when they announced the game was just like a boss rush, people were like, "What do you mean there's no levels?" So then they like kind of hastily added some.
I mean, the thing is, I understand, like, I mean, to animate a game like the way they did, I'm like, I don't even want to imagine the budget and time and effort, you know, trying to animate all that.
It's a game we've all been waiting to
All
see.
right, so we have game journalist Foyd here, so I'm just gonna skip. Whatever.
Wait, so they're like just doing like a weird.
Oh, okay, that wasn't too. I guess I didn't have to skip those. I thought she was gonna go on a whole spiel.
Still
Century Games.
You know,
So
I don't-
Fox.
What is this? Some Sega?
Sega.
What is this? Well, once I saw Sega, I'm like, what is this supposed to be? Because
Creative Assembly. What other games did they do? I know they're kind of a big developer.
That must be a new developer or something because.
No, they've been around for a while.
Okay. I don't really know any games that they made right off the top of my head.
Oh, I know what this is. This is Alien in Isolation 2.
Oh, okay.
That's what I remember it for. Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not actually Alien Isolation 2. It's probably Alien.
No, it is.
That's literally what they call it.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, they're sticking to a theme that's like. At least I do like that when they like. Because like a property like Alien, there's so many games. Like there's like that Fireteam Elite game, and other ones. You know, at least they like are like, okay, this is a sequel to that one game. Gee, that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because that game came out on PS3 and 360, right?
Yeah, that was like two generations ago.
See, here's the,
Isolation
here's the
2,
other,
which
this,
was
this is
not.
another thing of like why we're a bit. This is another thing why I'm a little apathetic about new games. They take so long to come out. Between, like, you remember, like, you look at like Mega Man. Like, there was like a new Mega Man game like coming out like every year, like a new
Yeah.
Castlevania, and you know, granted, it's I know someone could be like, oh, well, those are like low budget, like arcade tier, you know, games.
Yeah.
You know,
I
back then.
I
you
will,
know.
yeah, I will give Alien a little bit of a pass just because when the first Isolation came out, IGN kind of killed all of its momentum immediately by like giving it a 4 out of 10 or whatever. And
Oh, they like too scary.
yeah, so like people didn't realize it was a good game until it went on like sale like way after. And then they were like, oh, wait a minute, IGN's retarded. And then
Yeah.
people were like, this is actually a really good Alien game.
I mean, I have to genuinely ask, who takes IGN seriously? Like, even 10 years ago, but
Yeah.
especially nowadays. I mean,
I mean,
you have so
Libtards.
many people like who are doing reviews, like streamers, people uploading gameplay and stuff. Why? I mean, why do you need to read like some? Like, here's the way I look at it. If I could just pull up a video of the game and get an idea of what
Yeah.
it's like, why do I need someone to like write an article about it?
Yeah.
And it's not even like you're just stupid millennials and you have such a mini attention span. You all have ADHD. You need to be on your meds. You know, it's not anything like that. It's just one form of a medium is a more direct and more informative means of figuring out what something is than someone writing an article or review about it. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that
no, that's
I'm not saying
been
people shouldn't do that. If that's what they want to do, you know, go ahead. But you know, so
yeah, no, that's been a conversation for a while, especially like since like streamers got big years ago. It's like even if a streamer's getting paid to play a game as like a promotion or something, even
Yeah.
that's like you get a better idea of how a game actually is because they can't control like if a game is buggy, they can't always account for that. So even that's better than reading like a review or watching an IGN review or something.
yeah. So yeah, so this is apparently made by the same people by Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, Last Guardian.
Yeah, same director.
Yeah, which you know, I will say I respect like the vision.
I mean, this
like,
is a different direction than those games, at least. It is like
well, yeah, but
sci-fi.
I mean, I guess what I mean is I respect like the ambition, and maybe Eco plays a little bit different. I don't know.
It
Based
does.
on what I've
Yeah.
seen of like Shadow of the Colossus and Last Guardian, I do not agree with how those games control. You know.
Yeah, no, the controls do not age well in any of those games. It's been a long time since I played Eco, but I remember the controls making a bit more sense in Eco for how the game plays because you're not like fighting for your life all the time.
Yeah. But then you go and play like Shadow of the Colossus, and I'm like pushing the button, you know.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, because when they did the remaster, Gen Atlas, Gen Atlas.
Yeah, I
Janet
guess.
Glass.
Janet Glass. Janet Glass. I like. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. That's one way to say it, I guess.
Yeah, but see, like, so, like, even what we just saw, like, that already looks way less janky than, like, The Last Guardian, than any of the Last Guardian trailers, you know, because, like,
that game was first in development. Like, it was
yeah, like, I never
PS3
played
game,
it, but it looks as jank as, like, Shadow of Colossus feels at times.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, like, work with the animal, and you have to make sure he doesn't. There's certain times where you like try to eat you whole or whatever stuff.
Yeah. So what I was going to say about the Last Guardian remaster on PS3 is like it was such a missed opportunity. I mean, yeah, Shadow of Colossus remaster on PS3. It was such a missed opportunity to like not at least try and like have like a 60 FPS mode for that game because. Like I know that game's supposed to feel sluggish in certain ways, but at the same time, it would help it so much because even on PS3, it feels like it's chugging. Because like I went back and played the PS2 version. I'm like, holy shit, the frame rate. But like
Yeah.
even at a targeted 30 FPS on PS3, it felt like a very unoptimized like port slash remaster, or whatever the hell it actually was.
Okay.
And then,
yeah, I remember,
of course, they remade it on PS4 and completely destroyed all the atmosphere.
Yeah, and like my thing with like the PS2 version is that, or the game just in general, I was like thinking, is this just like the intended design, or is this just the PS2 is being pushed to such an insane limit that this is just how the controls are? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the PS2 is just like biting off more than it could chew with Shadow of the Colossus.
I mean, obviously the game functions, you know, to some degree, but you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like even GameCube would have been like a better fit for that.
but fortunately,
especially with the
Sony,
triggers.
It's a Sony,
Yeah.
thing, so.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be the new Onimusha.
I'm getting Onimusha
I think
Cross
that's
Dynasty Warriors vibes. Yeah.
I
never really played it.
Which is weird because I know they're mentioning like the King Dynasty and stuff, and I know like Japan and China have had like more like conflicts than just World War II. But I'm like thinking, is this trying to figure out where is it set? I've never played that much of like Onimusha, like just in general.
Yeah, me neither.
It's a series I wouldn't. I mean, because it's basically just it's literally Resident Evil. Like you have like herbs that you heal with. It's like
and the controls kind of similar.
Pre-rendered, fixed camera. Until you get to Dawn of Dreams, but my understanding is we don't talk about Dawn of Dreams when it comes to Onimusha.
Yeah. Blood Message. It's like a new IP kind of Mininga.
That reminds me, there was an SGP video of like some guy like sent in like a video for like a Mario Maker like marathon they did, and it's like American Ninja Warrior, and the more he said it, the worse it got. Like, I know we have certain things to say about certain people on some of him and his friends, to be clear, but one of his friends, I think you can guess which one started losing it, when he started laughing.
Yeah. So we got I guess we're about to get a trailer for Snoop Dogg and Tupac found the Yakuza. What the fuck is Yakuza anymore, man?
I know.
First, please take a look at this.
It is so sad.
This is why I'm so sad that Nagoshi's Gang of Dragon got canceled. Because like, I just want more shit like that, man. I don't want to see Tupac and Snoop Dogg be like, oh, let's get some gaijin together and go found the Yakuza.
Yeah, and it's like, it's very like, why would you? I don't know. The thing is, like in earlier trailers, it looked kind of serious, but then you put in like all this other stuff. I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah. I like the theme song they had in the last trailer, but like, I don't know. I'm not gonna.
I kind of like the style of like the credits and stuff. Like it's an old flick.
Yeah.
Oh, and they have Takaya. That's Kiryu's voice actor.
Oh wow. Okay.
They listed, and
look, you can hear the normie crowd going wild.
Yes, the people who we're never going. Because you see, here's the thing. If you want to know like my perspective on Yakuza, I knew about Yakuza before Yakuza 0, because that's like the one that everyone.
Yeah, me too.
That was like, and to be fair, they did a pretty good. I mean, they had a pretty good scheme with like releasing it and Yakuza Kiwami in the U.S. as like a lower price game, like a $30, $40. I think one was $30, the other was like 40, or I think maybe one was 30 and one was 20. I forget what it was. I just remember seeing like a Best Buy listing for the PS4 version. This is before the PC release.
Some interesting new cast members.
And
to tell you more about that,
I was always wanting to play the games, but you know, growing up, we didn't have a PS2, and my impression was
same,
it was
man.
not. It wasn't until like Alpha Omega said, "Here we go." Alpha Omega then actually mentioned like Yakuza as like one of the best like beat 'em up story games. And I was like, wait, it's a beat 'em up? Because I thought it was like just like Japanese GTA.
Yeah, that was my first impression too. Because my introduction to the series was seeing the trailer for Yakuza 3. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, I wish I had a PS3 so I could play this.
Yeah.
And then I got a PS3 and I played Yakuza 4.
Yeah, which you know,
I like Yakuza 4. I know it's not the best one or not the most loved one, but I like it.
well, it's.
I like Akiyama.
I think people like it. It's just the plot at the end. Well, people.
Yeah, no,
people,
it gets
if you know, you know. I
rubber
mean,
bullets. Very stupid.
yeah, and yeah, rubber everything. But at least it still is like you know under the same direction. And the thing about the older games is they were silly. You know, they had silly moments and sub stories and stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like it wasn't to the point of like destroying the tone of like the entire
Yeah,
game.
it was like it was like a good balance. Like you know, it was campy. Like it knew what it was, and it didn't take itself too seriously or too jokingly, I guess, for lack of a better term right now.
Yeah, and I feel like in some ways Yakuza 6 is like the final Yakuza, like purely Yakuza game.
Yeah.
I mean, I like something. I like the last fight in Gaiden. Don't get me wrong,
Mm.
but there's a lot of stuff beforehand, like, and not even just that. Like the structure of the game is very grindy.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to see kind of how it's set up, but I mean, I'll just say if that was like the final fight or something in Yakuza 7, if they took that final fight and like put that quality of it to Yakuza 6, this final fight.
Yeah.
You know, about spoiling things for you, I think it would have been like perfect. But unfortunately, Yakuza 6 also suffered from being like the first Dragon Engine game.
Dragon Engine, yeah.
So, and on PS4, it's especially rough. What is this?
Well, I guess another horror game, or
I guess, but like, what's this like weird text?
I'm getting like Dune vibes from the text, but I know this ain't a Dune game.
That monster looked like Pyramid Head.
Yeah.
I like how the music is like synced with like the text showing up, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, we got a first-person squad-based survival shooter, I guess.
Survival, MOBA, free-to-play, PvE, PvP.
The normies will love this.
You know, games as a service. What else? What other buzzwords can I come up with? Oh, this looks. I mean, some of this stuff looks kind of cool, like that staircase.
I mean, yeah, it looks cool. Haxors, epic Haxors, elite.
Yeah.
I mean, the designs are cool, but like the gameplay is very obviously like for the Fortnite generation.
Yeah, and my thing with these kinds of games is, one, they're making too many of them. Two,
Yeah.
you never know when. I mean, it's kind of like with all the games that tried to outdo Call of Duty. Like even the more unique or impressive ones like Mag. I mean,
Yeah.
they only had like a niche audience.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I mean, even Call of Duty can't outdo Call of Duty now.
Oh yeah, because like now it's like they're just it's kind of doing the same thing as like Yakuza, where it's like kind of collapsing in on itself. But you know,
Yeah.
We have much more SGF to come.
Why is this lady a friggin' host?
What up?
Why is this lady a host? I thought Jeff was hosting his show.
Watch this closely because he is a little cheese.
Maybe he's saving himself for like the big reveals. Here or there, he had to go use the bathroom or something. Can you just imagine? It's like, can you host for me? I
Can you? So yeah, I remember seeing. Like, I don't remember everything I saw today on Twitter, but I remember seeing a ton of horror game announcements. So.
Well, this is certainly interesting.
Life of the party.
Looks like they almost shot like a real video or something.
Yeah.
As opposed to showing.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if some of this was like AI generated.
know, you'd say that. That reminds me of the Fatal Fury season 2 DLC trailer.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we never talked about like. There's one moment. I'll just say there's one moment where it's like supposed to show it's like supposed to be Krauser, which I don't know if you know who that is in Fatal Fury.
Oh, Dead by Daylight.
Oh,
Dead by
okay,
Daylight 10. I guess I missed 3
10-year
through 9.
anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you know who Krauser is in Fatal Fury or King of Fighters.
No.
Basically looks like a medieval knight guy, but then like he breaks his armor and like he's like a wrestler dude. Anyways, there's a moment in that trailer where it's like it shows him and then it switches like Terry's face. Like, what, are they like the same or like are they like related? You know, like is this like adding credence like Geese being like Terry's father? You know, which even then Geese and Krauser are supposed to be half brother. And anyways. That's a whole lot
so
of
right before this, it looks like we got yet another Souls-like free-to-play, whatever. And now we have. This looks kind of neat. Whatever the hell this is.
Steampunk vehicle simulator, you know, PvE thing. You know.
Yeah. I mean, that's all fine and cool. I would like to play a game like this as single player as well, and third person as well. But.
That's the other thing, like. Yeah, I know we kind of cut in with like other stuff happening, but these kind of games, whenever the service dies, the game dies.
Yeah.
You know, usually, I mean, if the game's well designed around single player, that's one thing. But you know,
well, at least with these new games, because Stop Killing Games thing is likely to pass in California, and most Western devs are in California, so they will have to adhere to that to at least like make a private server version available publicly.
Yeah, but even then, that doesn't solve the other problems. Like, how are we going to get like if you resurrect the the PS3 servers for whatever reason of Peace Walker, how are you going to get like
people to play?
Yeah, you have to get people to play. Like, did you get in their private Discord or something? You know, it's not going to be just like something natural, like if you were playing it back in the day, like those particular versions of the games back in the day. So I know there's the Master Collection too and all that. So
yeah, Peace Walker's, unless you're like cheating, Peace Walker's basically unplayable.
Impossible. It doesn't like Prime Hunters. I'm thinking Prime Hunters because it's on the DS. Prime Federation Force servers like the same issue, right?
Yeah, it gives you like AI companions, but they're like borderline retarded and don't really help.
So that's a Daikatana issue. Wait, you know, that's actually pretty interesting because you mentioned that, and I'm like, oh, so that's where Prime 4, you know, like, do you have to like make sure they stay alive too?
Oh shit. I don't think you have to keep them alive. It's more like to solve puzzles, you kind of need at least like 3 or 4 people.
I mean, I'm sure you can like still resuscitate them if they're like downed or something.
Yeah, but it's not like an instant game over if like they die. I think you just need them to progress.
Yeah, which you kind of do in Prime 4, but yeah, I know we skipped over Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah, I saw some stuff that, you know, surprise, surprise, some things are getting censored in a remake.
I'm like, and my thinking is like, okay, cool, but like, again, this is like a game you could have bought like on the PS4, maybe like a launch title, you know.
Okay, I know what this is. I saw this on Twitter as well. I saw almost everything.
Wait, is this
already,
TMNT?
Yes, it is.
Because I saw Foot takes over the city.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw screenshots, but I don't know if they showed any game. Okay, I guess they didn't show any gameplay. But yeah, I am hopefully this turns out good. Platinum Games doing a hopefully serious take on TMNT.
Because I know they did a TMNT game like a decade ago. It feels like.
Yeah, but it was one of those like Activision license things where like they didn't really get to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah, that was kind of impression. I got like one of the lower, if not lowest rated games.
Yeah.
They put out.
it's Ben Starr who voiced
Yeah, they had like no
Lisa
time to make it
in
and no
All
budget, and you know Activision was cracking the whip, so obviously
Yeah.
that's not a good combination.
Good old Bobby Kotick. You know, totally still getting advised by Jeffrey Epstein. Oh wait, did I say that out loud?
Wait, didn't this guy die?
For the past little while,
I thought Bobby Kotick was dead.
to step into the world of
Wait,
Fortnite
you serious?
as the visitor.
I
I
am
thought
looking.
so.
And today,
I am
Wait.
looking that
we
up
get to
right
share
now.
a
That's a
glimpse of
big
where that
deal.
journey is heading next.
He's still alive. It looks
We've been
like.
working on this for
Oh, well,
Does he-
somebody else died
a new
from.
season is about to begin,
Activision?
and everything is about
Yeah,
to
someone
change.
else who was like
Let
instrumental
me
in.
show you what's coming in Fortnite's next
Oh,
season.
I know you're talking about the Call of Duty Vince Tempella in like an accent.
Yeah.
or
Okay.
something.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I get them. Too confused.
Yeah, well, Bobby Kotick is just businessman. Vince Tempella, he made that, and also they also made like Titanfall.
All right.
Titanfall.
This is Fortnite. I'm skipping this.
Oh, no problem. You see, I almost said like Titan Fort or something. I'm like, that would be kind of cool. Like they're adding like next to the game, I guess. You know.
And in the live event, that choice changes your experience.
Just gonna put it on 3x until we get to something interesting.
But the doors open early, and trust me, you'll want to stay to the very end of the event.
This is truly a moment made in heaven. Oh yeah, Inferno. Or
Oh, it's like a single player thing for Fortnite. I saw this.
Oh. Yeah, isn't that? Oh, it's like to add in addition to like Save the World,
Now it's time for a special
Yeah.
announcement from Bandai Namco about one of the most
which I hear like no one plays anymore.
Oh, we got a Bandai Namco thing. All right, let's see if this is worth.
Really nice looking flowers. That's in game.
That's looking pre-rendered to me.
That's what I was gonna say. Anytime you see something this good,
Yeah.
it's like there's certain things I know I mentioned Prime 4.
Yeah.
There's some cutscenes that look good in the Switch 1 version. I'm like thinking, yeah, this looks like they just rendered it. This is just an FMV, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I know what this is. I saw this on Twitter as well. Obviously, spoiled myself on everything because
Yeah.
I didn't actually think we were going to be doing this tonight. But
I will say this: I've seen some stuff related to fighting games and Final Fantasy VII. I've not seen most of like everything else. Although this does look pretty cool, I will admit. Even though I don't know what.
You could tell it's a Japanese studio because the girl didn't look hideous.
That and also this is basically just Gundam.
Funny you say that.
Oh, is that what
It's
it is?
literally Gundam.
What Gundam game is this? I'm looking at the wrong. You see, I'm
There's
assuming
the
this is
end-game footage. That's what it looks like.
Endgame.
Oh man, that difference. Oh, they should not have
yeah.
done a CG trailer.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Because like this looks fine, but when you have CG right before this, it's like ooh.
yeah. Rogue Orbit. Okay, is this like a Gundam, like Dynasty Warriors, like 4 or 5 at this point?
I mean, I'm hoping it's a little different than that.
Well, I mean, one thing I do like about Dynasty Warriors, you can do like 2 players. Granted,
Yeah.
it's kind of 2 players where if one person dies from pursuing Gundam Lu-Bu, you know, then you know that's one thing, but still, then like both players die, but still. Yeah, I do like that we're getting a lot more like character-focused like versions of like these mech games because there's a lot of Gundam games where it's like
It's just the same thing over and over.
well, it's like an adaptation of like the game events, or it's like a strategy RPG, which I mean,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, but when front mission exists, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is
Meanwhile,
this,
we have
this-
Quirky Chungus indie game number
is this
8 million.
Goose? Is this Goose Game 2 the Divine Goosening?
Untitled Electric
Yeah,
Boosaloo.
I forgot that was the title. I just extremely hard.
Hard.
Okay. That's cute, I guess.
Yeah.
Not something I'll probably play more than like
Yeah.
once or
Unless
twice.
it's ever, yeah, unless they ever like have it free on Steam for like a day or something.
Yeah.
Oh, let me slow this down here. This might be interesting or it might not be.
Is this Tomb Raider?
Tom Brader?
Yeah, I would totally
Probably
love
not.
that as like a parody game, like game. Like it's Tomb Raider, but it's like just not Nathan Drake, not
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. Like they put like all three of them together.
Yeah.
So
I
this
would love
really,
I would love to make something like that, and it's just like the goofy, most retarded story, like taking the piss out of like both series.
Yeah, is this still the new Lara games? Like modern one?
They
Or is this, like, their own
so
thing?
for the next game, well, I don't think this is Tomb Raider at all, but for the next game they redesigned her again. So she's not flat chested anymore, and like they're not shying away from like the short shorts and the tank top.
I was gonna say, because I was like thinking, okay, she finally looks like actually Lara Croft.
She looks like Lara Croft, and like a lot of people online are pleased with it. They think, you know, it's a return to form, and she does look attractive, I guess, but she also kind of looks Indian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've only seen like something like a thumbnail or whatever.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if it was like the same, like it's like I remember seeing like that Tomb Raider 2013 game was like a prequel. And I was like thinking, we're like what 3 or 4 games in, and we're finally getting the iconic, you know, teal. Yeah. Well, I mean, you were raiding mini tombs in like 2013, but like she gets like the teal shirt and the shorts and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, the new one's I think a different developer, and I don't know if it's like a remake or like a new continuity thing, but it should be a return to form. Lara does look more attractive than she did last time, but you know, like her face still does kind of have like kind of masculine-ish features. It's not as bad as your typical like Western slop these days, but I don't know.
Crossfire, okay.
Crossfire, another squad-based survival, whatever.
For over 18 years,
I guess I didn't really get that vibe, but maybe it's just I don't know.
The goal of thoroughly connecting design and story.
That's no
That
moon.
mustache,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, I know.
Depending on one another is their only chance.
Like man, what was he? Is he like a character in the game or something? You know, that would be kind of cool.
Oh, he's the game director? Alright, this guy definitely takes himself very seriously. I was gonna say, judging by that mustache, he either is like very chill or takes himself too seriously, but I'm getting the...
And there's no in between.
There's no in between.
You know what'd be cool is like if someone had like a fire, like it's literally made of like you have a character that's like his mustache is made of fire or something.
It's been 7 years. The oldest house has fallen. Everything we tried to contain.
Oh, I know. I think this is Control 2.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wait. I've never played Control. I know it's like a big game and. You know, people have done stuff with it, and
quite terrifying.
But is like the character like? Is she supposed
Never
to
mind.
be like
I don't think this is Control.
Oh, okay. I was like thinking, did she like president? Did she become president or something?
Oh wait, Federal Bureau. Okay, this is Control. It said Federal Bureau of Control, so this is Control. Yeah, I guess she became president or something, or CEO
like,
of the.
Picture in the one shot, you know.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, that's why I was like, oh, this is Control. It's a very mid-looking, middle-aged redhead. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, I know people have done like videos. Like I know Digital Foundry. I'm surprised I remembered their name.
Oh yeah, they showed the fuck out of Control when it came out.
Well, I remember seeing like a kind of a cool video where they did like playing old like
the CRT.
On a CRT, and I was like, thinking, okay, that's pretty cool. You can like max it out with 640 by 480 even on old hardware, which. I mean, at the same time, that's not like exactly a big. I mean, I guess it's kind of impressive, you know.
Yeah.
If you're doing it at like that resolution, but it's also like a very specific setup.
Right now,
you know.
Yeah.
For another Summer Game Fest exclusive. The
I don't know, just because of like all the other games the studio has done, like I never really cared too much about Control. Like.
Yeah.
I know it's probably more gameplay focused than the rest of.
Than like a lot of these
Remedy.
games that get made nowadays, you know.
Yeah, I know it's more gameplay focused than like Alan Woke and like all the other shit they done, like that stupid TV show game they made for Xbox.
Yeah, Quantum Break. Yeah. And that was the thing I remember. It's like, oh, we filmed like actual live actors. It's like,
And it's like,
cool,
okay.
FMVs exist. You know,
Yeah.
that's been a thing since like Sega CD. You know, modern.
What is this, High Guard 2?
I always love it. I always love it when they're like, "This is the modern evolution, a
Modern
breakthrough,
Evolution. It's
paradigm
like, bro,
shift."
it's like I play enough of these FOMO type games. I don't have space for another one.
Yeah, and I hear people like talking about, "Oh, I played like." I'm imagining someone who's still playing RuneScape, and I'm just like, I don't get it. You know.
Yeah. I mean, like, I could understand, like, classic original RuneScape, there's, like, some charm and, like, going back to it, but,
But I'm just
like,
imagining
you have
like
to, like,
someone who's
continually, like, build on your, like, whatever, especially with, like, all the, like, woke changes they've made in the past couple of years. It's like...
Yeah. I'm just imagining, like, there's some person out there who's been playing it since they're 6, and...
Wow.
Like,
I think Guild Wars 2 came out when I was in high school.
Guild... Oh, yeah. Wow. I was trying to think. I think I have Guild Wars 2.
To everyone watching both here and live online.
You know, how long these games are coming, or like these sequels are coming around.
And I want to thank you.
Maybe Half-Life 3 will come out, guys. You know,
Right.
get really excited on r/gaming leaks and rumors. You know.
Yeah.
I remember like the Copium was so hard or what was it, 2 years ago?
Oh, people on Twitter were pissed when they didn't announce it here today.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they're not gonna. Some people are saying like it's gonna come with like the new Steam hardware, and I have a feeling that plans have changed on that.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make no sense anyways, because look, on a computer you can use anything. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing is maybe they're wanting to do the VR thing, which is cool.
Yeah, if it's like the VR thing exclusive, then I could see that maybe, but...
Well, for Half-Life 3, like Half-Life Alyx is one thing. You know, that's like a kind of a spin-off. Like the third one, there's no way that's going to be VR only. Like people are going to be like, I want to play it like I did back in the day with a mouse and keyboard. You know.
Yeah.
And also, I just feel like VR, the whole ship of like VR being like the hot new thing is just,
Yeah.
it's. I understand people have the main issue is you have to have like a room set up for it.
Yeah, you really need to have a whole room cleared out just to like really enjoy VR to like the way it's meant to be enjoyed. And
Yeah.
I can't even do a fraction of that just because of my motion sickness. So, like.
Yeah. Yep. Oh hey, the Star Wars Racer.
We got Star Wars Burnout over here. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, hey, yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah,
And that's what it looks like with all the crashing and whatnot. Which, yeah, I could get behind this. As long as it's not friggin' live service.
Which it will be because, you know, I mean, I would think at this point people should be like getting sick and tired of live service stuff. You know,
well,
like even
I mean, people like us are sick of it, but like, gaming is like super normified now, and the normies just don't care. So.
Well, the thing about normies is they're not going to stick with a game forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but that's also like why they don't care. Yeah. Like they'll play a game, have fun with it, and then move on to the next new trendy hotness. And you know, if the old game goes offline, it's like, oh well, whatever.
Yeah, or like, oh, you know, which is going to be something I'm going to repeat for certain things that happen. I'm not sure exactly where they happen for certain fighting games and specifically, but I like that title.
Pre-order, so I'm assuming it's not free to play, which hopefully means it's not a live service.
Yeah, my thing is like
Section 9.
Certain games
it's pretty close to where LTG lives.
Oh, really?
Section 8.
Yeah, we should maybe talk about that at some point, like just briefly.
Yeah.
I was saying there's certain with fighting games that we said about normies. That's like take that times 1,000. Oh, this looks kind of cool. Like a
it's like a horror game that's not first person. I could get behind this.
That's like it's kind of like a Smash TV-esque like, or what was that game I got? It's like some cyberpunk thing, not cyberpunk itself. End of Abyss.
I'll keep an eye. Oh, October 1st. I will keep an eye on this.
I forget what it was. There was a game that was like third person. I never played it. I know it was like kind of a thing when it came out.
Yeah.
It was like when Cyberpunk was like out, and it was like, oh, now everyone's making Cyberpunk games.
Ooh, okay, speeding this up is not a good idea.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if he starts coughing and hacking, just know that motion sickness. I mean, I don't know what it's like, but
Yeah.
it's a problem.
I thought this, like, when it said tiny build and then I saw, like, the pan in on the little ship, I thought this was going to be, like, Quirky Chungus indie game number 6000, but
I mean, you know,
now it just looks like survival horror game 6000.
It looks like that meets Dave the Diver,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
which I
Well,
bought.
that's the
I still have yet to even watch once.
Yeah.
Which is honestly that's the Steam experience, isn't it? At this point.
Yeah.
Another one is
Buy
Virtua
something
Fighter. Today
and
we've got your first ever look at the
maybe touch it, but most likely never touch it.
Yeah, I like how you speed it up and it's like full speed. Oh, here we go. I was just about.
Oh,
So-
no. Okay.
Yeah, this
So
is
did you get to watch it, or?
Yeah, I did
Did
get.
you-
Okay, so here's
Okay.
the thing. I watched the main like trailer portion, not like the part where the developers were talking about it.
Okay, I didn't see that either. Yeah.
So I have some things to say about this.
So does Yu Suzuki still work on these, or?
No. He's
Okay.
got his own studio. He's
Okay.
you know he's not part of Sega anymore, which is why when he got
Because if you told me he was working on this, I would believe you.
oh really? You think? Okay.
Well, just because of, like, you know, the story focus.
Well, I mean, I will say it is kind of ironic because Shenmue did start as like Virtua Fighter RPG. Like the original
Yeah.
concept was going to star Akira as the main character. But you know, obviously it kind of evolved into its own thing. But
Yeah.
if I had to say one thing in particular about, because here's the thing, there's not really that much 2D gameplay. We don't get like
Yeah.
we get revealed that this guy and not
Here's our
Sarah is-
Yakuza chase section, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's very Yakuza combat, as you can see.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a beat 'em up, you know. I guess kind of using the fighting system, sort of. But
Yeah, because I'm getting, like, Yakuza Cross Shenmue vibes from this trailer.
yeah. And I mean, some of the characters that I mean, we already know Pi is going to be in it because, spoiler warning, some of the footage was like leaked like a week or two
Oh,
ago.
okay.
It was like a on a camera or something.
Yeah.
And you know, we know Akira is coming back. We know the Stella character is basically not Sarah Bryant.
Play the part of
We know Wolf
Yeah.
is in it.
but
I like how she immediately looks younger as soon as she takes that stuff off.
Yeah, I mean, these characters are supposed to be older, you know, because like Stella, she's supposed to be new generation. Sarah, you know, either she's Sarah's daughter or Jackie's daughter, but
Okay.
I don't really. Here's the thing: these story mode like things that all these fighting games are doing now, that are all like trying to be like not NRS story mode things.
Yeah. That fat guy looks like he's ready to choke out that girl when he's like, "What do you mean? Who's that?"
I didn't really pay attention, but yeah, these story mode things. I actually was listening to Electric Underground, his like review of like Street Fighter 6, and here's the thing about not just Street Fighter 6's like world tour, but like a lot of we've talked. Funny we mentioned RuneScape. The thing about
I mean,
all
this
these fighting
looks better than what you think of when you think RuneScape.
well, yeah, because it's like RuneScape 4 or 5 at this point, or who knows, 6. But the thing about a lot of fighting games and their single player and their AI and just in general is the main game is not necessarily the single player. I mean, the whole point is you want to play it fighting against other people, probably online, and if you're that good enough at it, maybe you'll go to Evo. If you make it to top, if you're gonna make it to top 8, I'm pretty sure you're not watching / listening to this.
Yeah.
But but yeah, the problem with the single player for a lot of these fighting games is they don't really teach you how the actual game is played, like competitively. Like Tekken, like every Tekken game, like the AI does not, Korean backdash. Not that I can Korean backdash to save my life. But it's one of those things where the single player really should be. Oh, here's all the stuff that's coming to Steam as well.
Yeah. There's all the stuff you'll be playing on your Steam Deck.
Yeah. So if the single player and the multiplayer aren't not in sync in terms of like what's teaching you, what's going to end up happening is you go online, you end up getting completely obliterated because you're being taught a false understanding of how the game is played. Also, just in general, you just have the thing about fighting it. You have to put in the homework. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And unfortunately, again, some of the AI, like even on the hardest difficulty, there's certain things that the AI does in fighting games where, obviously you have stuff like, Zangief grabbing you from like half the screen, and like, what in the world? Like stuff that you're not gonna see a player doing, Yeah. So that's kind of my thought. And also, I don't know, I don't like this whole idea of like, oh, let's have like a main character that's clearly supposed to be like appealing to like zoomies and alpha, alpha or whatever.
It's like generic looking, diverse, random hipster dude. Like, yeah.
Like, I understand if you don't want to be. The thing about you, right, like, oh, why don't they make Akira the main character? I don't know if you've played Virtua Fighter, Immortalix, but
when the cards are on the
if
table.
Well, not a whole lot to like really know stuff about it.
If Ryu and Ken are like the easy, intro characters, Akira Yuki, if you know what you're doing, plays like a final boss.
Oh, okay, so he's like top tier for competitive.
And naturally, because of that, he's also one of the hardest characters to use.
Okay.
He has one like really intense, like he's mostly based around like reversals and stuff, and his inputs are really crazy.
I was born to
So, anyways, I know I went on like a big, giant, like 5-minute, commentary about that, while we got all these other, and some of those games look kind of interesting, but
Yeah. Like I said at the beginning, like if I was 10 years younger and I watched this, like if I was 10 years younger, I probably, would have like taken the day off and like, oh, I'm watching this. It's just like E3. And I probably would have been hyped about everything, but with age comes knowledge and experience and a lot of other shit that just makes you jaded about.
Not to like perspective,
things.
like, I was like thinking, this is.
But at last.
Salem Witch Trials, starring generic female.
Basically, what's
unattractive.
that? What is that show? That was based on that stupid book. Gilead Empire. What it was like the name of like the totally like they're it's like totally written by some crazy feminist.
Handmaid's Tale.
Yes. I was like trying to remember the stupid name. Yeah.
Oh, I saw this. I saw this on Twitter. This is from the original Assassin's Creed director guy.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I don't know what went down in 1666 at Amsterdam.
I guess they had witch trials over there too. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the Inquisition was going on for a pretty long time.
Yeah.
I think it was like 15 something.
Yeah. I love like how this guy like clearly he broke away from Ubisoft. He's trying to do his own thing, and they still like can't have a decent looking female lead. Like unless you work for a Korean or Japanese or Chinese studio, your females just have to be ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. What I was gonna say is when it comes to like time, just in general, showing more of the game, like. There's a certain thing where when you get older, I guess you get, this is like Stray sequel, guys, when you get older, there's certain things that, if you've been working certain jobs and stuff, and you're kind of like getting tired of certain things, let's just say your priorities shift as for like what's important to like invest into. And and this game just now, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure lots of people worked on it. There's probably a lot of money involved in it. I'm not a professional animator or graphics design guy.
Oh, okay. I saw this on Twitter as well.
Oh, you saw this. Got it.
I jigsawed it. Yeah.
On Sync too.
I
was gonna say, like, that game looks like just Assassin's Creed we play as a female. I mean, they got kind of already did that with the PSP one. That's like a sequel spin-off of like the third one.
So yeah, like how many horror-ish games have we had so far?
Well, who knows? Maybe this game will have barely visible tripwires for you to get one shot by.
Oh, it's from Bloober Team. They did the
Yeah, I saw that. It's like the same guy.
Silent Shill.
Silent Hill. Silent Shill 2 remake.
Pain is our only true path.
Which, I mean, if you want to play the Silent Hill HD cleaned up version of Silent Hill 2, that the original, there's the enhanced edition on PC. Okay.
Yeah.
So what in the world? So I will say I've only seen like the first 3 Saw movies.
A sacrifice must
Yeah, I saw like 1, 2, and like 5 or 6.
Man, I have the whole Blu-ray set. It's just the thing is, if I'm gonna watch, I don't know. There's some movies I don't mind watching. It's not that I'm super scared. It's just there's some things I'm not as much in a rush to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Saw in general is like gore porn basically, and it's like when you're trying to be a cool edgy teen, it's fun to watch those. But when you get older, it's like, all right, what am I doing with my time right now?
I mean, I will say the first movie, I mean, for the reputation of that these movies have, was not really that. I mean, it was still pretty, gory, but it's not as crazy as like the sequels,
Yeah, and that's back when they had like the the original director / creator, and he that guy James Wan, he actually he does do some good stuff. Yeah, he does do some good stuff like outside of Saw. So that was him, actually like trying to put his best foot forward and actually make a good movie. But a lot of the sequels are just like, all right, what kind of crazy shit can we do now?
We need to amp this up,
Yeah. Oh shit, bare titties. I was not expecting that, Jeff.
Obviously it's like something you're fighting,
Yeah.
That's what you're playing as.
All right, so if that's okay to be on YouTube for Jeff, hopefully that doesn't like nuke us.
It shouldn't. I mean, it's not like it was age restricted, or at least this wasn't age restricted.
Yeah.
Kind of cool looking game though. It's like kind of like the protagonist, like his mask he had. Probably like or I don't know if that's a protagonist or a villain or.
Lords of the Fallen. Yeah, I've been.
The other
That's right, Lord.
I'm getting it mixed up with Bound by Flame or something. There's like another Souls-like back in the day.
Yeah, I've seen the creative director for Lords of the Fallen on Twitter. Like he's actually like he always puts out like polls like on Twitter, like what do you want to see in the next game kind of thing, and it's like. And I remember like a few years back, he got his eyes open to like all the woke shit, and he was like, all right, we're stripping out all the woke shit from the second game, so like don't even worry about it.
Oh wow! Well, at least he's like open to it and not like doesn't like double down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like ever since then, he's been putting out polls. He's like, should the female characters be like more sexy or less sexy? And obviously, more sexy wins the vote. So he's like, all right, heard you loud and clear.
I am trying to think of like, unless you're trying to do like a game, I'm trying to think of why would you not like other than like. I'm trying to think, like, remove the DEI stuff. What would there'd have to be like a specific artistic reason to do that, like, you know what I mean? Like back in the day.
You mean
Like,
to
oh,
make them
like-
ugly, or?
But not even necessarily that, but like not have them be, sexy, quote unquote, Because I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it like from the perspective.
Well,
of, like,
yeah, I
you know,
mean, like, there's plenty of games back in the day where that's like, characters, they're not necessarily like, sexy or attractive or whatever, but it's like, it wasn't every game, so it didn't really matter, like,
yeah,
like and it wasn't like only the Asian games are sexy and every other game is butt fugly, like,
yeah.
it was a good, oh shit, Anakin.
It looks like you're playing in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I will say I did on a certain dating app. I did come across a lady that got a picture with Hayden Christensen. I'm
Shit.
I mean, I think I shared that with you. I don't know if I don't think I shared the picture with you because obviously,
Yeah.
But what's this? Amazon warehouse
UPS
worker.
Simulator 2026.
That'll be hilarious.
Can you imagine if they put like all this budget into a game like that?
I know that would be. I'd be like, what? How? Who's putting this much money into this, and why?
Who's funding you? What connections do they have?
Yeah.
What islands have they been to?
Was this Vampire the Masquerade, Vampire Free or something?
Probably.
I know you mentioned that sequel to Stellar Blade, and I was like, the subtitle was like, "Oh, Blood Rain," like that
Blood
one
Rain,
series
yeah.
with free games and like a terrible U-Bowl movie.
Yeah.
Neither do I. You certainly have reasons to hate me,
AD 1349.
my son. You've ruined my
Son of Dracula?
we crave.
Alucard?
Always Alucard.
There's a bold new direction for Castlevania.
I mean, it certainly would be. I mean, there is that new Belmont's Curse game,
Yeah.
I've done the unthinkable
which does have
for my
some
family.
dreadish elements with like how the enemies attack, but I don't know.
And the overall look of the game.
I don't know about that. I'd have to see it, and I'd have to see it in like HD, like on a screen
With like all the black space all over the screen and the really simple like shapes and textures and like geometry around.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just like, why would you not put some stuff in there unless I don't know, or just make like the secrets look like actual secrets.
Yeah. Dawn
Blood
Walker.
of Dawnwalker. That seems a little interesting if you're like a vampire,
Yeah.
Hello everyone.
Oh, I'm a vampire that can be out in the sun.
Director of the Blood of Dawnwalker.
And you have like the one guy who looks like
Was an
Voldemort.
invitation to join us on an adventure.
Conrad Thomas
In our story-driven
For a second, I thought he said
world of
Conrad. I'm like,
The first
yes,
part, a
I'm
CGI,
from
shows where our
Disney
Yes,
game director Conrad
The gameplay
Yeah.
segment that followed
Comrade
show our
Conrad.
current game, and it's an origin story of Cohen. I hope
I
you will
make
have as much
a
fun
game
playing
for
our game
Soviet America.
as we had making it. Thank you.
which is
and have
becoming
a
more of a
great rest of the
reality.
show.
Thanks. And Yuri Bezmenov warned about it, and you didn't heed his warnings.
Thanks, Conrad.
Oh, the camera guy's like in frames there for a little bit.
And today we're revealing it for the first time.
Like, bro, get out of there. Oh, what's this?
Yeah. Oh, Among Us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
It's
making a
like-
single player Among Us. So
Oh,
yeah.
I was thinking like there's like a 3D sequel, like 2.5D, kind of like Guilty Gear Xrd or
Yeah.
Lethal League Blaze. I mean, I would hope something like this would like have like a big giant like creative thing, so that way you could like
From the Among Us TV
go
series,
really
please
crazy
welcome
with it.
Nicole Brown and Liv Usain.
Yeah.
Well,
What the?
I guess it's kind of
Oh.
cool, for a presentation.
Yeah. I'll give him points for that. Pretty sure that's a celebrity lady. She looks familiar. The black lady.
She does not look. Was she Oprah Winfrey's daughter or something?
I'm pretty sure she's an actress.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely has the looks of an actress compared to the lady on the left.
Yeah.
Lady on the left.
She just came out in her sweats. I was like, hello. Here's a game.
I think this
Yeah.
calls for an emergency meeting. So you'd rather call a meeting than complete our task? That's suspicious.
Was
I'll
there?
have reports
So I
passed
remember
to
reading
Mayor
something like some people were saying
HQ.
Among Us was like some
I don't think
some
that's
weird
anything.
psyop
Take it up with admin.
thing. Like there's like a
And now,
fury,
the moment
conspiracy
you've all
theory
been
thing
waiting
about it,
for.
I guess.
Get hyped
Like a few
for
years ago, because I know it's like
chaos,
around
betrayal,
COVID
and more.
or something
The
that
Among Us
that game blew up.
series. Enjoy.
I mean, it definitely forces you to become a good liar, especially if you're playing with voice chat and stuff.
Talking so weird?
By the way, I just noticed that costume. You see the guy under behind the plastic. I'm like,
Yeah.
not the best design.
Yeah.
You want to try to obscure that?
Makes it a murder mystery.
Stock sound effect.
Yeah.
Was it you?
Whoever smelt it dealt it.
I just noticed they only have one bone in their body. That's funny.
Wow, that was a lot of
Yeah, I guess when you get a boner, you're getting bigger. I guess I don't know.
Elijah. Okay, so that probably that was an actress because they have Elijah Wood, Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, I do like if this is like the intro for the game. I mean, it's kind of a cool Cartoon Network sort of intro or something. Back in the day.
We're so happy to have you among us. Or is it among
I'm also sure their budget is a lot bigger than it needed to be since they hired all these celebrities to do.
Well, I mean, the game's big, and it went
Oh, that's
viral,
at Paramount Plus, so that means they just have a straight up TV show. So alright, that's just a show then.
Oh, okay. And see, I was thinking like that was the intro or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, you're starting to see like the game. I mean, I remember like the two South Park RPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An urgent call from the left, James. King Bavmar requests MI6's help with the matter most sensitive, and he's asked for you, personally. Our alliance with Bavmar is fragile at best, but...
What is this?
It's Lenny Kravitz in the new 007 game.
Go back to 11 and find out what this is all about.
First. Oh yeah, that's. Oh, Bawa. I don't know who that is or what that is. Oh, this game's finally coming to Switch, huh?
Wow.
All the Switch. This is all the Switch port beggars. They're like,
Yeah.
please port it to Switch.
This is your section.
Yeah.
I hope all those games fit on your micro SD Express.
Yeah.
They ain't coming out on the game card.
I don't know. I mean, is the Switch? I'm assuming those are still like stupidly expensive.
Honestly, it's kind of weird compared to like regular SD card prices now. It doesn't seem that terrible.
I was like thinking it probably is bad, but not as bad as like regular SD card. Which, I mean, I'm sure there's no drawback to using micro SD Express like someone's Steam Deck. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. And then, well, I mentioned the new ROG Ally is going to have micro SD Express, so now I feel like there's like no excuse for other devices to not have it now.
Yeah, what I use SD cards for on like my deck and stuff, which that's why I mainly play games on. When I'm not like putting something. I don't really need like the speed of the increased speed because
Yeah.
For a second, I thought this was Soul Hackers. Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei Soul Hackers.
Oh, this is I think this is Wuthering Waves. They have a Cyberpunk crossover going on right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why they needed like this already started. I don't know why they need a trailer right now.
Yeah. That white-haired chick, by the way, she's a guest character in Guilty Gear Strive. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, okay. I did hear like they've been putting her and stuff as well. So like I didn't think she was like anything special or anything like that.
I'm like thinking Daisuke. I mean, I don't know if I don't even know how much input he has on the series at this point, but like directly, I'm like thinking, shouldn't you maybe put in, I don't know, a character from Bastard or something? Like the actual
Monster Hunter
thing that inspired the series to begin with.
Yeah.
Is Monster Hunter Stories free?
Yeah, probably some
Monster Hunter Stories Try.
Diverse cast Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I remember
feminist haircut.
I remember Scott saying like, oh, the third one on like the 3DS or the Wii U or something was like an HD port of like the Wii or 3DS game or something. Weird
Yeah,
like
Monster
that.
Hunter 3 Ultimate. Yeah, it was basically a HD version of the 3DS.
I feel like these kind of games, like, I mean, I don't know so much about like maybe the first one, but like all of them are like you have to play it with other people online.
Yeah. But like I never like, especially before Monster Hunter World, I never really understood like the draw of it because because I tried getting into it on 3DS, and there's literally nothing to do other than hunt monsters. Like there was no story, there was no like side like distractions, there's no like side quests or like mini games or anything like that. Really, it's just, and then like every like 20 feet you walk, you have to like go to a loading screen to load the next area, even though it looks like it's right there.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: if there's like no story in a game, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, is there like a boss fight? Is there like something to work towards at the end? You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing with Monster Hunter is like every encounter is the boss fight. So it's like every monster that you could hunt is like a boss basically. So it's.
Well, yeah, but it's like, is there like credits? You know what I mean? Like, okay, I basically beat the game, or there maybe like a super boss or something.
I mean, probably, but because I never cared to play till the end of like any one of them, and even with the newer story focused ones, I never really played those. Just I just never really got around to them. And I heard like, because they're made on the Resident Evil engine, and I heard the Resident Evil engine is like absolutely terrible for open world stuff. So
yeah, I remember Dragon's Dogma 2 having problems.
Yeah,
that boss was kind of cool.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
That was a new look at
Sort
gameplay from
of,
Swords of Legend, a fantasy action RPG. There you saw a boss
But yeah,
fight
like the old school like Monster Hunter games that like the hardcore people love to death, like I don't see the appeal of it. You know? It's like imagine playing Peace Walker, but it's only the boss fights. Like that's what that's what Monster Hunter is.
Yeah, and if you don't do the thing, if you don't have a bunch of people to play with, help out with the grind, God help you.
Yeah. So Hot Wheels, something or other.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's open world, it like. I mean, every racing game nowadays is open world, but.
Yeah, that's the thing. Are we? I have to ask, is there going to come a point where they finally stop forcing open world into like everything? I mean, I don't mind it for car games necessarily.
Well, see, like a game like this looks cool. Like for like Forza and stuff. Like I just want like fun tracks for but like the Hot Wheels thing. TNT. For Hot Wheels, like I don't mind like that open world actually looks like it's like designed. It's not just like a bunch of flat slabs of land. Like there's actual design and intent to it. So that actually looks cool. But like something even like Mario Kart World doesn't look all that like well thought out in terms of like the open world stuff in between the tracks.
Yeah.
There she is, and she's gone.
Yep. We've got a new indie game.
Yeah, the
Sonic Master System game that we should have gotten.
Yeah. Not sure what to make of that, but.
And all of its tangy. It's like a Master System sound chip glory.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary, Sonic, and happy birthday, Sega. All right.
Yeah, I'm not as big of it. I don't know.
You could tell Jeff really didn't want to say that, but he's like, well, I have to say it.
Oh, I didn't really pay attention.
He was like, happy birthday, Sega, and happy birthday, Sonic. All right, moving.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titanosaurus Rex. Go Tech. Wait, didn't they finish like the last Attack on Titan game? Went up through the end of the series, I thought.
I'm assuming. I'm assuming some. I don't know. I never watched any of the series. I'm assuming.
I stopped watching after season 3 because I caught some spoilers and the stories.
Yeah, I know. I know. You told me the ending is big giant reset. Nothing else matters. I was gonna say, I'm assuming the last Titan or whatever the final boss is of the story shows up in this trailer somewhere, but I don't know.
Not really a reset, just more like it's a subversion of expectations that not really satisfying.
For some reason, I saw July 1st and I thought April Fools. Maybe I'm looking forward to July the 4th. Not that I get it off this year, that's how my job is. At least with the schedule we're on.
We have 2 drivers dead. 3 more in intensive care.
What is this?
How is find it kind of cringe when they put a story in these racing games.
I know, but like I look at the character models and it's like they got like actual actors for this.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're like, oh, I can't understand why games cost so much to make nowadays.
I'm like thinking, yeah, you're putting a lot of emphasis on stuff that I'm like, you sure really need this?
We got our super diverse protagonists there.
I mean, not all of us have seen like any of all the Fast and the Furious movies yet, you know.
But their sons will plant fear, all respect.
Which I know someone will be like, oh, have you not? Hey, I haven't seen every movie ever, you know. Total War. Wait a minute. Well, I don't know. I didn't see Sega, so I don't know if it's Total War 500.
Unless they didn't feel like publishing it this time.
Well, they like had like ones where it's like, oh, this is Total War, but you know, we're not being published by Sega, so we're calling it oh, okay. I was gonna say we're call it Complete War. Totally different thing.
Complete
We
War.
have lots more Summer Game Fest ahead, and trust me, you definitely will want to stick around. Right now, here's a new look at Sea of Remnants from NetEase.
What committee? The world. Okay.
I'm filing this one for Quirk Chungus indie game.
Yeah, I know. Well, at least Brutal Legend is like something different. You know, like a sort of like a combo of a RTS and I don't know. Wasn't the combat kind of sort of Zelda-esque, kind of like 2D Zelda?
Yeah.
I just know that game is like.
I'm willing to bet like half of these characters are like bisexual or something.
Yeah, or like, oh, they're like whatever you make them out to be.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, at that point, you're just basically turning it over to the fan community. Oh, what's this?
Guys, is it me or is there
Oh, figure announcements, I guess.
Yeah, he seems
I guess.
different.
Yeah, I saw the Mega Man helmet. I'm like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
I don't know this character though. This weird guy with the face. You got Italian, screaming Sicilian Ryu.
Yeah.
Man, I just said that, and now I want to make. I wish I had some more. Like, they got like a whole bunch from like a few weeks ago for like getting, and I was like, man, I forgot how good this. So I would like make my own pizza and everything.
Yeah.
And I forgot how good like some of the regular pizza is. Like, you get from, like,
That was an ad for a sale. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they have like a whole sale going on.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing the elite ranks of the Ark Society, Mr.
The UFC. Oh wait, is this
Oh.
I was thinking UFC, but then I was like thinking, is this Agent 47?
Yeah, it's definitely Hitman versus Wiz Khalifa. What the hell?
Hitman
every game is
versus Wiz
Fortnite now.
Khalifa.
That's all. Like every game is Fortnite now. Like that's.
You know what it is? You know what I think it is? This is actually, ironically, this is what I think it is. Like even with fighting games and stuff, they saw what Mugen is. They saw that people like these crossovers, and they're like, how can we replicate that energy? And spoiler warning, you're not going to, because Mugen is just, I actually have I told you like what Mugen actually is, like what the origins of it?
You probably did, but I don't remember.
So Mugen,
1.0, so it's finally out of early access.
Yeah, it only took them like 2 years. But Mugen is actually like a fun like side project done by some guys at like college, like in 2002, 2003.
Oh yeah, that's what I assumed it was.
Well, yeah, but I recently saw like a Wikipedia thing on Wikipedia where they like confirmed it, and then they like went back and did like the HD versions, and then ever since then they're MIA.
Ah.
So this Wolf Among Us.
Wolf Among Us 2. Yeah.
Is has the same style. I thought Telltale like went belly up like a few years ago.
Yeah, I thought so too. I guess
someone bought the name.
Well, I think like they laid off like like maybe like 75% of the staff. So, because I think this game was supposed to come out a long time ago, but I guess yeah.
A lot of game was supposed to come out a long time ago, and you know, like I'm like thinking, who cares? I mean, I know these games are not just I mean, they're kind of like point and click games, sort of, but like with a little bit more decisions.
Yeah, I mean, for like, because I played like the old Sam and Max games, and I enjoy those, and I think their formula works the best for comedy games. Like, oh, Stellar Blade. Let me slow that down. Yeah, their formula works the best for like those kind of comedy games, like Sam and Max and Strong Bad.
Yeah.
But like once you get into like serious, heavy story stuff, it's like, man, just like make a cartoon, like make a TV show or something. Like
I know like the most I know is that the Walking Dead game.
Yeah.
I know there's like a death that happens. I remember PewDiePie like unironically actually started crying on stream.
Crying, yeah.
He played it. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that a lot of people had that reaction with that game. But again, it's like still like if that's your goal, just like make a TV show or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Make a web series.
So, is this the other gal that's not Eve? And
her name is Evie, so I'm assuming this is like a different.
Oh.
Like different cast altogether.
That's not confusing at all. Eve and Evie, got it. You know.
Yeah. So I was hyped when I saw this, and I'm still hyped.
Really good, like you know.
Yeah. And it is, like you will see like PlayStation button icons in the trailer.
Well, yeah.
But they did say like going forward, like their stuff is not going to be exclusive to anything.
Like,
but I still, yeah, I still can't help the feeling that some things have been toned down.
Putting money towards this.
Well, not even that. Just like whoever is putting money towards, just kind of force them to tone some things down. Because, like, you look at her and then you look at Eve, and it's like, yeah, she's still like
falling apart, you know. Here.
Yeah. Like she's still, you know, a lot sexier than like any other game they're gonna show off here. But I don't know. I can't escape the feeling that some things have been toned down.
I mean, I feel like the coach she's having in this might just be like for the intro. It's kind of like
well, yeah, she takes it off, but even then, like her, I don't know.
We just have to wait to see if like the hard mode is, you know, like it is in the first one.
Yeah. Like even with her face, like they go for like the like super duper realistic, you know, like blemishes and stuff like that, and it's like Eve didn't really have any of that.
Oh wait, so okay, so her name is actually Evie, not Eve.
Yeah, her name is, this girl is Evie. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I guess I'm confused. I remember in the first one there's like there's like Evie, and then there's like another girl that's like short hair like this. I think.
Yeah, I thought this was her when I first saw this trailer. No, that girl, her name is Lily.
Okay, see, that's why I was confused.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think, like, face-wise, she looks attractive, you know, but that's just...
Yeah.
You know.
No, she's still definitely attractive. Like, yeah, she's still very attractive, but it's just like, you know, like with Eve, it felt like they were trying to make her look perfect in every single way possible. Whereas, like, with this, it feels like they're going more for, like, a realistic face and realistic, you know, like, kind of bodysuit design. Well, you know, comparatively.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
it's nothing like crazy, but it, you know, it does feel like something is being toned down.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of my thinking is with video game graphics, like just in general, is like. I mean, we're already getting to the point where, like, I mean, remember that Matrix, like, Unreal Engine 5 demo, which, you know, they did that. Hey, we're Unreal Engine 6, everyone, you know.
Yeah.
And
it's like, oh boy, I can't wait for all these games to run at upscaled from 720p at 30 FPS.
Yeah. We're gonna put that on pause because, well, I'll just say this. this is a bunch of like random whoever characters I don't know other than Bosch.
Yasmin.
He's like, yeah, this and then this guy. The only character who's kind of noteworthy is Bosch because this guy is like the rival character. He ends up getting like charge up like psycho power and he like overdoses.
I'm getting DEI vibes from this cast here.
Yeah. But then,
oh, they're saving it. They're saving the announcement with this.
I was gonna say I don't know if you saw this.
Yeah, no, I saw the I saw this picture. That's all I saw.
Oh,
I didn't see the little animation thing.
Well, the thing is, this was like kind of sort of leaked, but it's like it's one of those what do they call the thing where they like seed a bunch of fake information, like catch the leakers.
Oh, yeah.
Like some like Ravenclaw trap or whatever.
Yeah, Apple does that a lot.
It leaked that it was like Tifa was the guest character, but it was like had a bunch of like returning characters like Vega, and then
Thanks to all of you. Street Fighter 6
was it Vega, and I forget some other characters. I think like there's like a Street Fighter 3 character that was in there. But yeah, there was like as you can see, it's like a bunch of random characters that are just like story mode. I'm assuming characters. Like I know Bosch is a story mode character, but I don't know about the other two. And then Tifa is like kind of like the thing, like don't worry, we got like the character you want in case people don't like these new characters.
I see Arjun there is doing damage control for the country of India.
Who truly fights within the world of Street Fighter 6.
I wasn't sure if he was like necessarily Indian, but sure.
just going off his name there.
Yeah. He just looks like he looks like the most generic dude ever. You know?
I imagine like the DEI person at Capcom is like, all right, guys, we need some diversity, and everybody hates India online right now, so we really need to stop the Indian racism right now. So
at least like the other two characters that are not like Tifa, like at least they kind of sort of have coolish designs. It's just
yeah, like you could look at them and be like, yeah, I guess they fit in with Street Fighter.
Whereas the other guy, I'm like thinking, okay, this guy looks like he could be in any like he could be in like Virtua Fighter, honestly.
Yeah.
Like old Virtua Fighter. I will say like old Virtua Fighter is not. I mean, I know some people like to say like, oh, it's kind of boring. Boring characters are in fighting games is Melty Blood. Just guy and I mean, I know there's some cool characters. I know there's Nero Chaos, however you say his name, and and some other ones that are evading my name. I've not played Melty Blood that much. I'm not Melty Blooded enough. And part of that's because I don't want to have
final foothold over here.
I didn't know this was already happening.
I thought this is what they closed the show with. What the hell is the other hour and a half of this?
I know. I was like, that's why I was confused. Because I know I saw in the video the guy, Hamaguchi, the guy comes in, he's like, I'm back,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 trailers of this. Spoiler warning,
Yeah.
Long story short.
I mean, I don't know. So my thoughts on the thing is, I enjoyed Remake a lot for its gameplay. I didn't care for the story stuff. I definitely don't care for all the censorship throughout Remake and Rebirth. But because of that, I didn't play Rebirth. And then also because, one, because I didn't have a PS5 and I was waiting for it to come out on PC. But when it did come out on PC, I was still like, this game's like 80 hours long. I don't know if I'm about that right now.
Yeah, I mean, and there's also like other things like the story. There's like a lot of story changes. I know there's this weird like, Watchers thing that I don't know if that's still a thing in the sequel. I think that's because I know what they look like. I think they show up in one of these trailers here, so I'm assuming that's still a thing. And
I mean, right now, if this is all legit gameplay, this looks way cooler than everything I played in Remake. But at the same time, I don't know if I could put in the time, and 2, I don't know if I want to monetarily reward Square Enix for milking the shit out of this while also, censoring things and having garbage localization.
Yeah, and I know you saw my thing, like some of the different costumes. That's like apparently the job system. They have their own costume sort of thing. It's kind of like Yakuza 7, I guess, in that regard.
Okay.
Which is, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that exactly, but
I feel like the crowd was a lot louder for Tupac than they were for
I mean,
for this.
we're talking about Normies Inc. here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so my thoughts are, look, if you wanted to play Final Fantasy VII like up res and everything, the PC version has been around. I saw like a mod on like Facebook. Like I remember like taking a picture of it, saving like one in particular. I saved one in particular because I want to play if and when we do like Final Fantasy VII LP. I do want to play the PC version and like up res the graphics and stuff. But it looked like a live like you remember like old like CG like picture graphics where they're like like the cover art. It kind of
like
looks
90s
like that,
CG.
but, like, yeah, but it looks like the in-game like graphics, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like it's a shader texture. And I like asked like what mods it needs, and when I understand the material launcher, it actually has like a repo of like mods you can just like download like right there, which is which I will say that's a lot better than mod support for like these console to PC games. As opposed to,
I always like
basically-
when games do that, because like Crossroads has that as well for its mod launcher. You could just search up whatever and download it.
Oh, okay. I just, for me, as someone who's used to the PC gaming world, I'm just used to like download it, extract it to this folder, be done with it, But obviously these games aren't made to like be like, oh, you can have like add every character, like you can add all the Sailor Moon crew to like Sonic Cross Worlds or Tekken or whatever. Which would be kind of hilarious. You have like Usagi and like Hino-Ray and all those gals like fighting against Kazuya, Dory-eyeing them.
Yeah.
But to bring it back to this, I would be more open to playing these games, specifically the Final Fantasy VII Remake Project, one and only if they go and integrate the whole game into one experience. Because I get the reality of like developing it. It's a big game, like, oh, we need to make a return on investment. The game was taking way longer than it should have to play.
Yeah.
But even then, that's a big ask,
Yeah, that's also a very pro-consumer thing to do, so Square is definitely not going to do that.
Well, I mean, it's just like, it would make sense though. Like, as opposed to splitting it up into free parts, like what do they do? Like, does like something happen to the party where they get depowered and you have to start at level 1? Even though
I heard like your save does transfer like from game to game if you play it on like PS5, or if you only like if you start on PC with Remake then go to Rebirth. I heard your save does like transfer.
Okay. Well, that's okay. If that's the case, that's cool. That legitimately, that's really awesome. Because
I don't know how much all I know is that your save transfer, but I don't know if like you get the same levels and items and everything.
Okay. I was gonna say if that's what it is, though. I mean, that's like the Mass Effect. Also, that's a good way to do it. I think I'm trying to remember. Is it the second or is it the third one that you start in like Mass Effect, where it like starts you at ground zero? Because I think the stats system. Because I know I like Mass Effect 1. I would say Mass Effect 1 is very shooter light, kind of, compared to like the other two, where it's definitely more leaning towards like streamlined, not Gears of War.
Yeah.
That freedom is in your hands. But no matter your destination, to defeat your enemy, you'll need a fighting chance.
But yeah, to tie back my reaction to this, to what I was saying in the beginning of the stream, it's like every year censorship gets worse, localizations get worse, and the need to make everything a giant, big budget open world thing gets worse. And like, to be fair, like that is what this part of the game should be, because like that's when the original game opens up a ton. But
yeah,
still, it's like
that's like second and third parts, like kind of open world.
Yeah, but it's like there's just so much stuff I don't like about the industry and the decisions that gets made about these games that like makes me want to be like, all right, if I ever do play this, I'm probably not gonna pay for it, if you know what I mean.
Wow, he's just saying it.
I mean, it's we're not talking about Nintendo, so.
Yeah, I know, but still, I mean, But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like what's the point at this point? Like I said, if you wanted to play Final Fantasy VII, I get for the people who like, oh, it's Final Fantasy VII was my first RPG ever, which the problem is it wasn't my first RPG ever. That I mean, technically, if you want to get super technical, my first RPG ever would have been like Xenogears, and I wasn't even playing it. I was mostly just watching siblings play it. So
yeah, and for me, like, I never played 7 until I was like 19 or 20s, but I I went my whole life up to that point hearing, oh, it's the greatest JRPG ever made. So when I finally played it, I'm like,
game facts,
yeah. So when I finally played it, I'm like, I mean, it's good, but like, I don't even know about top 20, but but.
I mean, my reaction for what it's worth is because I did play the PS1 version. This is back when I was in like teenage year, and I wouldn't play the games like I would play them like with Game Shark codes, which honestly I don't know. I have thoughts about like JRPG game lengths like that are like kind of
some of them like you kind of do need to, with how long they get and how grindy they get. It's kind of stupid not to cheat a little bit.
Be it using Game Shark codes or RestShark fast forward, or looking up a guide because Terranigma, like after a certain point, like where do I go? Oh wow, what's Spirit rocking there?
Oh my god. Or looking up a guide because all the backgrounds are pre-rendered and the paths that you're able to walk aren't always clearly defined, even if you turn the little icon thing on.
I was gonna say, like, push select, man. Someone's gonna be like, just push select, man.
Well, yeah, because I do that, and then, like, I remember there were some screens where I'm like, alright, I'm pressing select, and there's the little arrow things, but it's still, like...
It's, like the not clear how you're supposed to get there.
Yeah. And I just end up, like, running around, wasting my time getting into random encounters, losing all my health.
Random encounters,
Yeah, losing all my health in a random encounter. By the time I finally figure out where to go, and then I have to fucking reload my save. Alright. That's like the only thing I will give Remake. But then it has the opposite problem, is that in that it's retardedly linear. And it's like you never there's no opportunity to like get lost in exploration. Obviously parts 2 and 3 remedy that by being open world, but part 1 is like...
Man, I don't think a game has to be like open world to be like getting lost in exploration per se.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. But like the degree, like I remember people used to call Final Fantasy 13 Final Hallway. I would call...
Oh yeah.
I would call Remake Part 1, I would call that Final Hallway.
Bringing us this extended look at Final Fantasy VII Revelation.
I mean, to a certain extent, like I don't know. Final Fantasy, you're not gonna get like have it turn into Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, because like this part 3 looks so friggin' open. It's like even if Square like sent me this game for free, like do I even want to start it?
Yeah, I know. We got. But hey, at least you can say we got the Final Fantasy VII Part 3 trailer before GTA 6.
Yeah.
If anything, why wouldn't that be like the send off for Summer Games Fest?
Yeah. I mean, I know that it's still supposed to be like on track to come out this year, but I'm willing to bet that's still such a mess.
Get another delay.
Either that or Jeff was like, well, if you want to be a part of my show, you need to pay me this much money for a spot in my prestigious lineup here. And GTA was like, well, we don't actually need anybody because we're GTA.
At last,
yeah.
The promise is fulfilled. The journey ends.
I'm willing to bet this gets delayed, by the way.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Anytime it's a big game like this, it's going to get delayed.
Yeah. But I am glad it's not going to be like stuck in PlayStation hell for a year or two.
Yeah.
So there's that.
The whole timed exclusivity thing, that's just a matter of just waiting it out, because I remember the first time I heard about timed exclusivity. I think that was like actually the Tomb Raider sequel.
Yeah, it was on Xbox One.
Yeah, it was like something like that, and then like a year later, it
Microsoft's
came
like,
out.
look, we finally have exclusive games. I was like, okay.
And now, you know, I remember did I mention a problem with like the Xbox with the Xbox Series X or whatever, you know. I think
The
we
stuff
talked
you
about
went
that.
through today, or
Yeah, I think we talked about that before to the stream.
yeah,
I know you mentioned something about possibly making a video complaining about. I guess looks like that's
so
it.
what's the next hour? What the hell? Oh, it's like developer interviews. All right, well, we don't.
Day of
I
the
mean, I'll
Dead,
just turn the volume
Dawn
down
of the
and
Dead. Night
keep it
of,
playing while
Night
we're
of-
talking.
Night of the Living
Night
Dead.
of the Living Dev.
That would be.
It's the absolute worst thing ever. Night of the Living Dev.
Yeah, but it's like they're all like it's an interview, but they're all like
They all have blue
zombies.
hair. Yeah.
They're blue hair. No, it's not just blue hair. They have like rainbow colored hair, like
They have
rainbow
rainbow
like,
color
shifting,
hair.
like
all of
shifting
them-
all the time. You know.
Yeah, all of them have nose rings. All the girls are covered in tattoos. They won't
know,
shut up about vibe coding.
Yeah, you know, I would love it if someone made like a character in a fighting game that's like just covered in like rings all over the place, and it's like actually like his armor or something. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know you're gonna make like you talked about possibly making a video about like oh hey, we mentioned point and click games. Look who it is.
You mentioned woke developers.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you said you're gonna make an Xbox. You were in the process of making an Xbox video talking about optical out. And,
Yeah, like this was like 2 years ago. I was like scripting it out. I was gonna, because it was back like when I got my Series X, and I was really pissed off about like some of the lack of features and stuff. And like you mentioned with optical out, I was like, what the hell, man? And
turned into a
but
whole
then
mess.
yeah, but like I don't remember because this was before the big SAR takeover. I don't remember what it was exactly. I think there was like some, because you remember what's his name? The guy, Phil.
Spencer?
Yeah, Phil Spencer. He used to do these like monthly podcast things with the Xbox team.
Oh,
And there was
I
like
think I
one where
remember
he,
some stuff. Yeah.
yeah, there was one where he more or less admitted defeat.
Yeah,
And,
I think he said something like, "We lost to like the most important generation that we had to win." You know.
Yeah. So there was that, and there was a bunch of other things he said in that same podcast. So like when I saw that, I'm like, all right, well I don't need to make my video anymore because everybody knows now. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll still do it again at some point. I don't know. We'll see how good the SARs do in the next year or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is just like whenever I spend an hour and a half having to troubleshoot stuff, and admittedly, that's that's kind of my poison to drink, so to speak. You know, I have like. And people probably never see this thing live in any form. They're probably never gonna show our face. I mean, we don't know each other IRL. We don't know each other like IRL. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
Like. So let me put it like this. To my left, right now, I have a retro setup of a Toshiba Cinema Series that I got for free. And it's very high quality. It's a very high quality TV, and it's good condition. Not to do any sort of adjustments that like some other people have to do. And hooked up to it is like 12 systems, all connected. And the switchers, there's like 4 switchers. One of them's primarily for audio, and then to the left of that is a modern gaming setup, basically. And that has all of its own systems with its own switchers and stuff. And you know, so imagine trying to do that while also working on in a year when like basically a bunch of stuff happens in one's house, and you have to tear the whole setup down, and then a few months later you put it back together, and it's not until like 2 or 3 months later of that everything's finally together. And you feel like actually doing something with it. and that's to me don't feel like doing something else that would be like more productive. You know,
Yeah.
it kind of ties into some stuff that I mentioned regarding like you know, like so I mentioned like the older you get and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
By the way, a pixel game with live action cutscenes, that's
Yeah, I've seen
that's
some of
interesting,
the-
but I feel like that's gonna be like hella whiplash when you're playing it.
Yeah, I saw like Cybot Studio. Is this actually John Tobias, like his studio?
I don't know. I thought this was like the guy who did the Faith games.
Well, yeah, I know, but like
I saw like the stuff look like his style. Yeah.
Or Cybot Studios. It's like Cybot. That's Noob Cybot.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be like the joke.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I didn't know he was like still like doing stuff.
John Tobias. That's what it is. John Tobias. I think he's doing like mobile stuff. Is kind of the impression I get nowadays.
Okay, well I guess he's doing this weird horror pixel thing too.
Oh wow. I don't know. This is on. Oh okay. So according to MortalKombatOnline.com, that's a citation on Wikipedia. John Tobias joins Warner Brothers Games San Diego.
Oh, okay. So he's still in the corporate league.
Not in like the Chicago studio, but I'm like thinking, oh, is this like? It'd be like finally 20 something years later, the original creators like meet up and they're like, yo, like let's go do things like back in the old days, man.
Yeah.
But he was actually the artist for like Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, these are all the vinyl. That coworker I mentioned?
Yeah.
He's like big into vinyl.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would be as well if the hobby was cheaper. I didn't have other hobbies, right?
Yeah, that's the problem, and that's the other thing too. Like when you get older and you have money and stuff, and about other things, you have like space to like explore other hobbies. Invest in stuff, and even if you don't end up using it, because I know there's one thing in particular I bought, or actually a few things for it that I bought that I've not really used much. Just have not had the time.
She's definitely had like 20 abortions.
Oh, the lady on the left.
Yeah, and the one before her.
33 Immortals. Isn't this like a series, like something number of Immortals or whatever?
It sounds familiar, but this looks like some kind of new quirk chungus
Quirky game made in Unity of all things.
Yeah.
Don't you love that?
It's a pixel-based roguelite. How original.
How many? Yeah, there's not like there's 500,000 roguelikes on Steam or something like that, or lights or whatever. Like, what do you think? I don't know. There comes a certain point where it's like you're. It seems like the whole thing of like roguelike is that it's always like not procedurally generated necessarily, but it's kind of like it's always
but
different
it's
thing.
a big part of it.
Yeah, that actually reminds me. The people making Castlevania, the new Castlevania, are fuck, I don't know the name because I never played the game. I have it in my Steam profile though. Dead Cells.
Oh yeah, that explains a lot.
I blank on the name just because when I think Dead Cells, because I know they had that big giant Castlevania collaboration.
Yeah.
But it's like some sort of weird cyberpunk-ish looking dude you play as, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
We made sure that fishing is not just a simple minigame.
Yeah, he has like this. Like I don't even know if it's like a sword or what, but like some electric thing with like LED lights.
Every type of creature needs a unique way to catch them. The right rod, bait, timing, and some need
Yeah, so I guess like the rest of this stream is just
the right place in the right time.
It's just this kind of stuff like, oh, you can do fishing in the virtual world, even though you could just do it in real life. Except you don't get like face fucked by tentacles or something or whatever.
Yeah, this is Jeff being like, all right, here's all the woke developers that pay my bills.
Yeah, we're giving a space to them, and that's the thing. You saw everyone like leaving, like these are like if you're interested in this, go ahead, but
Yeah.
And the thing is, like the whole indie game, like idea. I feel like it was fresher like back in like the 360 era. You know?
Yeah, because everybody wasn't making the exact same type of game.
Back in high school, the two of us made a promise to each other that we would one day
Yeah,
like over
yeah,
and over. Because like people are like, oh, indie, like AAA games are just all rehashes and sequels and remakes, and it's like, yeah, that's a problem too. But like, you're not gonna get away from that if you go to the indie games. Like it's just as unoriginal in the indie space. I mean, some things are, you know, cool, but
like this one looks kind of cool.
yeah, like
bit,
this looks cool.
Yeah, Friends of Time or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like oh wow. Yeah, this
time
gives me some,
travel.
like, Chrono Trigger vibes.
Yeah, this is like it looks like Octopath Traveler meets Chrono Trigger, which
And then it has like some camera stuff, kind of like what they do in what's the Shining Force.
Yeah, which
although that one girl.
I heard Square has been toying with the idea of a remake. Maybe it is being worked on, but
oh, Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
I
can only imagine what what their ethics committee will do.
I mean, I don't think there's maybe Ayla might. I don't know. It's been a while, but
not even like censoring stuff, like you know, like designs and just from a localization standpoint, like they need to sanitize the shit out of everything everyone says, and they need to make everything all the language gender neutral, and if anyone says anything remotely negative about a female character, they have to clean that up.
Yeah, I just don't remember if they say anything like that, and even like even in like the U.S. version, was probably transferred by Ted Woolsey, which I mean,
yeah.
As much as people can say things about him, at least he wasn't like being malicious in the same way that like you know these guys are nowadays. I mean, it's just like oh, he calls Phoenix hot wings, and it's like okay, well that's kind of you can kind of laugh and be like okay, that's kind of funny, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Every one of those games, like they're like that Friends of Time or whatever.
Yeah, very interesting game. There's like
stuff like this, which I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's more to it than what they're showing here, but this looks like
a Flash game that I would enjoy on Newgrounds like 15 years ago.
It looks like we're playing like an Atari game, which you know. Nothing against Atari games, but you know, obviously this is faster than what anything you play on that good old wooden plated box.
Yeah, like I see this and like it looks fine. Like there's nothing offensive about it, but at the same time, like I wouldn't spend money on this, you know, because like back in the day, you could go to Newgrounds.com and play something just as cool, if not cooler, for free.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with Newgrounds, but I mean, I know like the vibe of it, kind of.
Yeah. There was a lot of like cool, really like interesting stuff on there, and some of those devs did go on to become like you know successful indie developers of like the nowadays type thing, but of course you know they all fell victim to the same woke Redditor mindset bullshit that.
Yeah.
Everyone else does, even though like you go back on Newgrounds and play their stuff, and they clearly like didn't give a shit back then.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm apologizing for things I said or did or portrayed back then. It's like, no, you're just trying to do this because you think you're wanting funding from BlackRock and you know, Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian, which I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if they're like necessarily funders per se as much as they are like representatives of the funders, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I would say more representative, and then like everything Sarkeesian does now is like, hey, pay me so I can tell you how to make your game shittier. You know, all the consultant work like Sweet Baby and stuff like that. She has her own company for all that shit.
And the thing is, like the whole like consultant thing, that's just like what the office people do. People are all like they're counting their money out, and they're like, if this game doesn't sell, it's gonna cause like we're gonna have to go out of business, and the whole economy will collapse. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure whatever this game is called, you know, faceless guy in high school simulator.
It's probably gay.
You know, art studio thing is not going to sink the company if you manage your resources right. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
These guys, they don't want to manage the resources. They don't want to be like, okay, look, Here's what you got to do.
Yeah, if anything, it costs you more money to hire these consultancy groups to tell you to make your games more woke and retarded.
And I focused on healing.
Yeah, and like stuff like this, I'm like thinking, okay, there's a certain sense of like,
how to make things and how to use my hands.
you know, kind of like I know I mentioned Electric Underground earlier, and the thing is, he kind of has like a philosophy, and admittedly, his philosophy is very hardcore gamer, like
Yeah,
like even
like
more
you need
hardcore
to you need to beat Mega Man on one life, or else you're not a real gamer.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily that, but you know, like, I mean, he's the kind of guy. He's like, he plays like Ninja Gaiden in like hard mode, you know, Devil May Cry 3 on like Dante Must Die, you know, that kind of thing. Which,
yeah,
look,
like Mike Matei, basically.
Like, yeah, which look, I respect. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, that's just not us. You know.
Yeah.
It's one. Here's the thing. If I had nothing else to do and I had no intentions of like getting married or whatever, or having like a life outside of like the computer, game console or something, hey, I would totally do that. You know, I would play all these
like if
crazy
playing
ROM hacks. You know.
Yeah, like if playing games is your job, I could understand that mindset of we need to be like super duper hardcore, but it's not either of our jobs. It would be cool if it was, but it's not.
Yeah. Even then, it's like, you know, there's a certain sense like you don't want to do it all the time. Like even John Carmack, like, you know, one thing. I mean, he plays games, I'm sure, but a lot of the things you hear him talk about is not. I mean, granted, it's mostly like talking about like the old days, like Doom, and you know what he does with like Oculus, and now what he's doing with AGI, or I think maybe he does something with like quantum computing. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does like you know. He does like other things too. Apparently, he also has like a thing where he like he does like martial arts, like judo and stuff.
Okay.
You know, that was just like random anecdote, and I'm like thinking, oh, okay. And I remember him. He kind of said like a funny anecdote where he's like, some guy was like found out who he was, and he said who he was. Like, what are you doing here? Because they think he's like just a nerd, you know.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like, oh, martial arts is like for jocks, or you know, my thing. I feel like martial arts of like all the extracurriculars, that's to be like one of the more nerdy things to do, you know.
Yeah.
Like I remember the original actor who played Johnny Cage in the games. He's like, you know, he said like he and John Tobias and those guys, they were kind of geeky. They would play like Dungeons and Dragons growing up. You know?
Yeah.
And actually, I remember asking him like once, like, between you and Daniel Pesina, you know, who would win in a fight? He said, I would probably win, and then my mom would come and kick my ass or something like that. You know? So, yeah. But you know, I mean, we could talk. Oh,
yeah.
I feel like
I think this is probably a good spot to end it, because I don't want to talk about another hour of Cork Chungus. Indie,
yeah, especially after like the previous game where I'm like, what are we just like shooting Nerf water guns at each other? Natalie Ting Yin Yang, God. Oh wow!
Oh my God! Solving captures. Have we gotten that bad?
It's gotten so bad. It's invaded the world of games.
Captures already make me want to like commit crimes. Like what?
So, I will say this: I've heard people like complain about it. I've not gotten like not any more than like what I usually get with like, you know, captchas, which is like very rare that I run into them with what I use on the internet these days. So yeah, I don't know what's happening there exactly. Yeah,
I guess you've just gotten lucky, or maybe I don't know. Maybe that's also a regional thing. Maybe Google doesn't care too much if there's bots in your area.
Who knows? All I know is GLaDOS, discount GLaDOS here is I don't really care for it. Mesa, Santana, whatever it is, you know.
But yeah, on that note, that was our reaction
we say
slash.
That, you have like a facial expression, like you're ending it now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been our reaction slash coverage to Summer Games Fest 2026. I think we actually did do this last year as well, so who knows? Maybe we'll make this a yearly thing.
Yeah. Prove you're human by not basing your entire identity around.
Prove you're human by clicking like, hitting subscribe, leaving a comment, sharing this video with your friends, checking out the links in the description to help us out. and tuning in the next time we stream.
Which hopefully won't be full of all this stuff we're looking at.
So yeah, that's been our stream for tonight. We hope you all enjoyed it. We would appreciate it if you like, comment, share, subscribe. All that stuff will help us out in the algorithm. And we hope you'll join us next time in our next stream. And until then, we will